Hello everyone, we are back with another exciting video as a part of our ongoing IELTS video lesson series. In today's video, we are going to learn about IELTS Speaking Part 2, that is Cue card, and how to answer this question. So let's start. The IELTS speaking test, as we all know, is the shortest of all 4 modules, which goes on for only 11 to 14 minutes as per Cambridge guidelines. There are 3 parts in the IELTS speaking test. Part 1 is the interview round, Part 2 is the cue card, and Part 3 is the discussion. In the previous IELTS speaking video, we learnt about Part 1. The interview round and how to deal with questions in it. If you haven't watched that video yet, please find the link to that video in the description. You may want to watch it later. In this video, we will focus on the Part 2 cue card. The cue card round lasts for 3 to 4 minutes. It's quite brief as we can get that from the duration it goes on for. In this part, the candidate needs to speak on the given topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Candidates get exactly 1 minute to think about what they are going to say. Candidates can prepare keynotes if they want during the preparation time to assist them as they speak. This is the only part of the IELTS speaking test where the test takers don't have to listen to this question, as a hard copy of the cue card will be provided with a question on it. They just need to read to understand the demands of the question. During the 1 minute preparation time, as mentioned before, candidates can make keynotes too. There will be sheets of paper and pencils available on the test table as you enter the examination room. Candidates can make use of it during this part. Also, a timer will be set and watched actively to calculate your preparation and speaking time. The cue card round specifically checks the test taker's ability to describe events, activities, people, personalities, places, feelings and past experiences. It checks if the candidate is able to speak at length, and also the relevance of idea is observed. Now, let's take a look at a sample cue card question to understand the requirements of this part well. The question here reads, talk about a person who knows a lot. Please say who it is, how you know them, when you realized they know a lot, and explain how you feel when they talk. Cue card questions have 2 parts. First, we have the topic. Here in this case, we need to speak about somebody who knows a lot. Then we can see 4 internal questions. These questions actually make a job easier, since now we don't need to think from scratch. We already have been given a framework for the response. We simply need to answer these questions one at a time, and the job will be done. One important thing to understand here, make sure that these questions are to be answered in the sequence they are presented, or the speech will end up sounding incoherent and confusing. Also, since we need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes only, we must make sure that we don't speak for less than a minute and even not more than 2 minutes. The examiner will ask the candidate to stop speaking when 2 minutes are over. So if somebody was not able to accommodate all 4 questions in those 2 minutes, that could badly impact the overall speaking band scores. Hence, with the help of some good practice, speaking for right between 1 and 2 minutes won't be a problem. Now, let's try answering this question. In the test, you will be getting a minute to prepare the response, and that's when you would make keynotes. Keynotes are basically pieces of key information that you might want to include in your final response. Since you can't write full sentences in your keynotes due to strict time constraints, making bullet points and using abbreviations would be the best possible way to do it. Nobody would check what keynotes you make. So if they make sense to you, they are good enough. Now, let's hear a sample response to this question. I have met many knowledgeable people in my life. Today, I am going to talk about a person who knows a lot about automobiles. His name is Anurag Sharma. He is none other than one of my close cousins. We used to spend a lot of time playing when we were kids. Originally, he is from a small town in Gujarat, but his family moved to Germany 5 years ago. So now, he lives in Germany with his parents. Anurag works as an executive car designer at BMW, a renowned automobile company. He was appointed to the car company's head head office in Germany in the year 2018. He completed his Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering from Harvard University in 2015. I feel that Anurag is a towering intellectual. I hadn't realized that he had such in-depth knowledge until one day I video called him to exchange pleasantries. On the phone, I happened to tell him about our old car and my dad's plan to buy a new one for the family, and that's exactly when he gobsmacked me with his deep knowledge of car engines, which really helped us choose our next car. Unquestionably, the credit for this goes to the time when he would burn the midnight oil studying various disciplines of mechanical engineering. Another reason why I think he's brilliant is that he's an active learner. Normally, when anyone starts working, they don't pay attention to improving their knowledge or skills. But this is not the case with Anurag. He is always willing to expand his knowledge and learn new skills. He often reads magazines and attends seminars to keep him updated with the latest technology. All these things make him different from others. I can't stop admiring him. He's a role model for me. Hope this gave you some idea on how to answer cue cards. This response lasted for more than a minute, which is just right. Remember, it's about active reading, good note making, and including all the questions in your answer. Now, a few points to remember. Ensure that you read well. Misreading could cause big damage to your scores. Answer every aspect of the question. Also, make sure that you don't spend too much time on just one question. Time management is another vital skill required here. Maintain fluency and coherence. That's the first parameter that decides your overall speaking score. Make sure your ideas are linked logically and are easy to follow. Do not use too many fillers or pauses. Practice well before you take the test. And yes, repeating ideas will definitely affect your score. Then comes pronunciation. While practicing, check pronunciation on reliable websites such as Cambridge or Oxford Dictionary. Google is not recommended for IELTS preparation. The third parameter is lexical resources. Try using a variety of vocabulary items in your answer. But as we say, use them because you need them, not because you know them. Too much repetition of lexical items may reflect a lack of expression, so make sure you enhance your word power well before the test. And finally, we have grammar. Try using a variety of sentence structures such as simple, complex. This would showcase your conversational ability. The usage should be accurate. Practice speaking at length. Many free sample cue card questions are available for practice all over the internet. Once you have worked on all these aspects, you're all set for the speaking test and to get your desired band scores. In conclusion, fewer the errors, the higher your band score is. And remember, practice is the key. Here is a cue card question for you. Try speaking on your own and don't forget to time yourself. Hope you found this video helpful. We will soon be back with more useful content. Thank you for watching.